What's up, fam? Welcome to another episode of the Kings Vibe podcast. Today, I still have my goons in the building, and today we're going to talk about networking. I have DJ the Juice Man. He had a click sound the last time. I was trying to hear it again this time. I don't know if you want to do it again.
Nah, we're not doing that today.
Not today?
Not today.
Oh, man. Y'all know what day it is. All right. I got Nikki two times. he not my little friend today. I got Peanut in the building.
Yeah. Go eat some peanuts.
Fam, how y'all doing?
Doing good.
Yeah?
We in there.
I'm out here.
All right, so today we want to talk about networking, and we want to talk about why it is important to network with people. We're also gonna look at certain ways to network and what time is it good to network. We're probably gonna end our video with the 5 C's of networking. This is pretty new because when you look at a lot of people that talk about networking, they only talk about 3 C's, but we're gonna talk about 5 because that's what we do on the Kings Vibe podcast.
Above and beyond.
Hey, you know it.
I like it.
What's networking though?
What's networking? To me, networking is like a spider web. You got the center, which is you, and you just out here spraying these different webs everywhere, and then every time they intersect each other, that's basically another person or another entity that is going to help you, or you help them, vice versa, because it's a two-way street. And that's what a network is a bunch of different people, places, things coming together, all helping each other.
Yeah, I agree. Like it's a bunch of people just coming together, helping each other out for the same common cause. You know, it's teamwork, camaraderie, building a family, unity, all that other good stuff to get to one common goal. Or like you said, help each other out.
Networking is just life, period. That's the way I'm going to put it. Because everything that you do in life is networking. Like networking with your family, friends, everywhere you go, work, network. So you don't know, maybe he knows something that he knows somebody that he can help you out with. So his network might become your network. So like you say, it's a good way to put it, a spider web. So you just throwing stuff out there and see what you're coming back with. It's like, the simple way to put it is like fishing. You're throwing a hook out there. If you bite, you bite. If it doesn't, you just move on with your life. So it's something as simple as that. It's life, period.
So I think, was that?
I just said, yeah.
You like that one? You like that one?
I think networking is one of those things that's it's applicable to human beings and it's applicable to items as well. It's not a whole lot of things that kind of cut both sides because people network, things network, animals network, computers even network, So I think networking is really important. But to start it off though, do we call friendship a networking?
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because your friends, even your family is a network. Like it's like a baby. When they're born, they only know like 2 or 3 few people, right? So that's their starting network. So they only comfortable with those few people, and then as they grow, they start to build their network and stuff like that. So friendship, everything that you see, like it's a network. In my view.
Oh yeah, I agree. Like 100%. Your friends, that's like one of your biggest assets. This word of mouth, it's that grapevine that everybody's going out with. They're either talking good or talking bad about you, networking in a positive or a negative way. And you always want to keep that credibility up, and you want to keep that network going.
You said was network family or when it was?
It's making friends considered networking.
Is making friends considered networking? Yeah, because whether you know it or not, it's gonna exist. So. You my boy, right? You got a certain job, I got a certain job, 2 different jobs, and we can say I never asked you for anything, period. But one day, I need something. I'm like, you know what? I think my man Kusi might know. He might have this information, or he might be able to help me out. Hit you up. Hey, can you hook it up? You respond? Yeah. So friends is a network. All right, for me, I told my wife, in life, we all use people. Period. That's just it. To try to say that it's not, you would be lying to yourself. It's what makes it good or bad is how much you are willing to get used in return. So if I'm just hitting you up constantly asking you to do things for me, but I'm not willing to extend the same hand, then that's like you kind of being negative. But yeah, friendship is networking, because what are friends for? I'm gonna use you. I'm gonna use the hell out of you, and I'll fully expect as a friend, if I'm your friend, for you to do the same thing. If you need me, hit me up.
Yeah.
Okay. So like, we all know what friends are and acquaintances are. So how would you say like acquaintance can be used for networking?
Every single person that you ever come across is a network, unless it's like a one-time deal. It's like, hey man, how you doing? Blah 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 blah. That's cool. Your life's great. My life's great. We had a cool conversation. Sweet. We're in the airport. Have a nice life, and then you keep going unless you exchange information. But other than that, every person that you ever come across is part of your network, whether you want to believe it or not.
I mean, I'm glad you bring up the point of exchanging information, because I was going to ask, how does the networking chain start? I think one of it is, exchanging information, right?
Yeah, and that could be just simple, just either your name, your number, or you have a card or any other good stuff. But networking is one, introductions, that likability, credibility, and you got to put yourself out there. You got to take that first step and make that contact, and then after that, once y'all depart, follow up, and then make sure you leave good impressions, and just keep on going through the grapevine. Use either that person to your benefit, not like a negative way, of course, and definitely help them out whenever as well, to keep that good standing.
Yeah.
That kind of ties in with was that not bad blood, but burn bridges. You don't ever want to burn bridges and stuff like that. So
you don't want to burn bridges. You want to, what does it say? You want to build bridges, not build walls. Yeah. Type deal.
Never heard that.
Yeah.
Well, other form of network would be the age that we're living in today, social media. So you have a large option for social media, Snap, Facebook, IGs, all that stuff. So you don't even have to offer people your number nowadays. You can just hop on your social media and just become friends with them, and that person's out there. Granted, I mean, if you want to stay don't want to be on a professional level, I know you can help me, I can help you, but I can hit you up on social media and then go from there. That could be a level of that's my social media friends. That's I gotta keep you at that length, and then we can help each other out from this point. Could be direct network and indirect network. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So your direct network is more like people that you can invite around your family to your home and stuff like that. That's a direct network. Indirect network, yeah, I may know that guy who just run this company. I met him before. He's my friend on Facebook or whatever social media you use. That's indirect network. So it could be a lot of types of networking. So
yeah.
Yeah, I like how you said that too. There's different levels and different sources you can use as networks. I know if you could look them up, especially online, you can look at places where people just come together as like a weekly or monthly networking spot too. That's another resource. But networking comes with resources, and social media could be used as a benefit.
You know what's crazy? So I looked up something, I think last week, and they were talking about, look at bloggers, right? What is the main mode of communication for bloggers?
The internet.
The internet, right? But once a year, every year, all bloggers meet up in Las Vegas to talk. What does that mean?
That's networking right there.
Yeah.
Isn't it crazy? Like they probably use the internet more than anybody. They use social media more than anybody. But once every year, all of them meet up face to face.
That goes to show the importance of face to face, like talking and face to face networking. Because for me personally, it's like a text message. I can send a bunch of information through a text message. I'd rather call because you get a lot more information sent faster.
Well, yeah, not only that, but like social interactions and personal interactions just completely different. I'm glad you even said that. Like, it's a necessity.
Yeah, I can tell a lot more. I can read a person a lot better in person, and I want people to know how I feel about something, not necessarily through my words, but through my actions and through my body language. So when I need something, more times than not, I will walk to go see you. I'll drive to go see you. As opposed, like at work, I work in a big building. I can easily send an email to somebody, hey, can you do this? Nah, I'm gonna walk. I'm gonna go walk over there, come find you. Even if it takes me 10 minutes to walk over there and 10 minutes to walk back, whatever. Because I want you to know how important this is to me, or how important my relationship with you is to me. That face to face and that physical interaction is important, even if the internet is around, because the face to face interaction is the basis of relationships. That's how it started. That's how it's going to end.
I like that, kind of like a network bond kind
Yeah.
of thing. You're just building that bond, that platform, and just hitting that blueprint from your foundations.
Yeah. So that's proper networking like that. The way Peanut just explained it, because when you go see somebody face to face, you have that receipt. If that makes sense, that person received the message. They know what you're talking about. If they have any question, they ask you on the spot instead of just going back and forth in email. Oh hell, I didn't get the email. I can just, I can make that excuse on all that stuff. So network, when this if you can afford to do the face-to-face conversation when it comes down to networking, you might want to much prefer doing that, because you have that receipt. That person received the message. They know where you're coming from, and if you have any question, they can ask you on the spot, and we all on the same page.
Yeah.
To an email, you might not get on the same page. Go ahead.
I think you get the visual feedback of whether or not your information got through to them, right? I think that's the importance of face-to-face networking. You know, yes, networking overall is great. You have to, but if you have a chance to pick between social media, you know, indirect or whatever, and face-to-face, you probably want to go for face-to-face, because at that point, I'm looking at you, you're looking at me, you got my message, yes, cool, okay, maybe we'll shake hands, go about our day, you know. Whereas I could read an email or a text message all day and think that you mean a certain way, but you probably mean something else, you know. Yeah. And on top of that, you probably wouldn't know how important that message is to me, just reading through a text message, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And like
I really need you to do this.
Yeah.
As opposed to seeing you like, yo, my man. my man. I need you to do this. You can't get that across in some sort of text message. My bad for cutting you off.
No, you're good. Like you said earlier, you can easily get your response in a body language. So the person responds the way that they get your message come across to them. They can give you that response to their body language, and you won't even need an answer from them. They might just be saying "f you," and you won't even know it through a text. But if you're in their face, you already got the message.
Yep.
You know you're not going to get like what you need from that person, or you know you're going to, because that response was either positive or negative to their body language. So it's a lot more when you're face to face with somebody, and you can, I guess, interpret what they're saying to you when you face to face with them. Yeah. And plus, there's FaceTime and all that stuff. You got a bunch of weird people out there just call people on FaceTime all the time, so you can do that too.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say too. So what's the difference between the FaceTime?
I hate FaceTime. It's not the same, bro. Because on FaceTime, it's like this. I'm looking at your face on the camera. You're looking at my face on the camera. That's cool and all, but it's little things that people do, little ticks that they have, things that they do with their hands, things they do with their legs, things they do with their knees. You don't know what else they doing. You only see this. So if I know that I'm only presenting this, I'm gonna make sure this is good to go, and I could be like, yeah, man, yeah, and I could be like smiling, but just like gritting my knees, and my whole body's like, F this, but my face is like, Like FaceTime is cool, man, but when you're talking about body language, you need to be able to see everything.
So no, go ahead.
No, you good.
So I had a chance to do an interview with somebody, you know, big dog in business, and we could have done it on the phone call, and he was like, no, I want a full body video teleconference. You know, it was like, man, he's not playing. So at that point, I know that I have to come correct, you know, like how I move my hand, how I move my knee, how I kind of tap my foot, you know, is going to tell him something, you know, because all of that feeds into the message that I'm trying to send to him. You know.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
He's reading you.
yeah.
He's reading you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what are the other options? What is the better options if you can't do it in person? Then what would you say?
I mean, you can use. I'm not saying to not use any of the things that you have, because technology gives you the opportunity to get out there way quicker and to way more people. It's just that if the opportunity exists for a physical meeting, that should be taken.
I like that. You know what? I think I'm gonna write you a letter, Peanut. I'm just gonna go ahead and just network my way through you through writing letters. Bro. You can be my pen pal, bro. I'm gonna take cursive and all.
No, my cursive was trash in 3rd grade. This is gonna be trash now, bro.
Probably worse now. Yeah.
Yeah, the best thing I write in cursive is my name, and that's it.
Yeah. So I think one other thing that we tend to see when it comes to networking is your circle, right? So most of the time when you want to network or you need some type of help, you're probably going to start from the people that's close to you, right? So if I know Peanut and I know that he could potentially help me in a certain field, right? Whether I know it 100% or not, I'm probably going to go to him first and say, hey, Peanut, man, I need some help, blah, 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 right? He's probably going to say, hey, I can't help you, or hey, I know somebody that can help you, right? But how do you go about picking your circle? If that circle is so important, because they're going to be basically your first line of help. How do you go about picking that circle?
Like-minded individuals, and not necessarily agreeable, but like-minded people that you know. So I know you trying to do big things. I know you trying to do big things. I know you trying to do big things. My inner circle is going to be made up of people who are consistently trying to progress, but people who are doing different things, because progression comes in many different forms. So I don't want to pick the people who are doing the same thing I'm doing, because then we would just be agreeing with each other. All right, I want to pick people who are doing different things, because it'll give me a more full view of a picture, or a higher resolution of a painting that I'm trying to paint for my life. Because if I show them something, I throw something up on the board, hey, what that look like? If I'm with a bunch of people who think like me, it's going to be like, or not necessarily who think like me, who are doing the same thing that I'm doing, it's just like, I mean, yeah. But if I'm with you, who same mindset of progression, but a different way of going about it, is like, nah, maybe you can do that a little different.
Yeah, I can agree. Networking is just like building your trust, yourself, your impact, and the company you keep, and that's the bottom line. You are the company you keep, and that is, like you said, your first defense. You're gonna go to them. So you need to know them individually and together. How's their thought processes together? How do you think they're gonna think when they all come at you and we all collaborate? On different views and on different standpoints, and you gotta be open-minded, because they're not gonna agree with you, or they're gonna call you a dummy on some things, or say why that, or talk me out of it, kind of thing. And I think at that point, it's actually good for growth. Growing your network and all.
The Bible says seek counsel, and that's what your network is. That's that close network is your counsel. A counsel is not supposed to be on the same page all the time. A counsel is supposed to be people who are like, yeah, we need to talk this out to get to the end goal. So if Nick says something and his end goal is such and such, as a counsel, we should be able to say, in his best interest, yay or nay, and then give our reasons why on yay or nay. And that's how you should pick it. People who you can counsel with. All right, you don't want to be counseling them or them counseling you. Y'all want to counsel together.
Yeah.
Well, since we were talking about circles, we got to understand in life we got to have different types of circles.
Oh, yeah.
There are different types of circles that you may not allow the certain guys in other circles to join the new circle that you may want to. Let's say I'm opening up a business. I need a lot of feedback because I'm putting a product out there that I need feedback from other people. Now, you may not want certain people in your friends circle to give you those feedback, because they may not be the proper audience to give you that feedback. So you gotta understand your audience, understand the circle that you're trying to put your product out, and network that product properly, because if that guy doesn't know anything about business and I'm trying to get him to give me advice about my business, how is that gonna work? You know what I'm saying?
Good luck.
I'm glad you bring it up because that happens a lot. That happens
Yeah.
more times than not. You go to your mom, you go to your dad, you go
Exactly.
to people that you think are experienced and they might not be.
Exactly. So you got to understand your circle and understand that even though you have somebody in your circle that's giving you advice, don't feel like you're being attacked as well. So some people in your network, they may come across negative because they done been there and made the mistake that they see that you're going down the path of making. You know what I mean? So just be willing to accept negative feedback too, as well as positive feedback when it comes down to networking, because you may not hear what you want to hear all the time. So you just gotta be willing to listen and understand the people that's in your circles, and you're gonna have multiple type of circles. Just pick and choose who you're gonna, what topic you're gonna discuss with that circle. Period.
Facts. Well, we've been talking about networking, and we talked about what time to network, what is good networking, all the good jazz, and I'm trying to still nick it 2 times, keyword good jazz, right? but we've been talking about networking now. We talked about the importance of networking and how to network. We're gonna wrap up this section. We're gonna bring you a second part about networking, where we're gonna talk about when to start networking and if you should ever have to use a networking as your point of contact, basically, if that makes sense. But that's going to be in the next video. Thank you very much for sticking around with us, and we really appreciate your time. I've had DJ the Juice Man, I've had Nikki 2 times, and I've had Peanut in the building. Thank you. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment on our YouTube so we can bring you more. Take care. We'll see you around.